What's up?
How we doing?
Pretty fucking good, to be honest, man. Just had that last episode out. Well, we don't have it out yet, but it's coming out tomorrow with Afro MG. Pretty good.
They'll see it today.
Yeah, dude. We also have a special guest on today, Kalix.
The homie Kalix?
The homie Kalix.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
You should definitely check out the episode, by the way. It's going to be posted tomorrow.
Okay.
And then, when do you think you'll have this episode out, Matt?
What's today? Okay, so Tuesday.
So Tuesday, dude, be prepared to sign some autographs, dude. Like, immediately, dude.
I do signatures a lot at work, so I'll be able to do it, I think. Yeah, man, I'll check it out for sure.
This is your first podcast, right?
It is my first podcast.
Nice.
So, like I said, I've been invited to another podcast.
Yeah, dude. He says that he has like several offers, dude, and everybody's been trying to get him on podcast, dude. And I was like, really?
I turned him down. I want the right one to come along.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna do an exclusive with the conference.
Yeah.
Before I do any podcast, dude. And we appreciate that, dude, because I know you're out there in Atlanta doing your thing, dude.
Doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
When I can.
Yeah. That being said, I mean, if we want to just get into that, I mean, I know that you are an actor.
Upcoming actor?
Upcoming, like how J. Cole said, D-list celebrity or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm out there. Just trying to do my thing and take any kind of work I can to get out there.
So go ahead.
How did you get into that?
It started when I was young. I mean, I was probably like in 7th or 8th grade.
8th grade drama, dude.
Yeah.
Like when you had like I guess like an itch to be like was there a specific show or movie you watched where you were like, I kind of want to be an actor or
like that?
I like Jim Carrey a lot growing up, so I always wanted to do like comedy.
It's fucking great.
And that's what I did end up doing in high school. I did a lot of like sketch comedy in my theater class, and I thought I was really good at it. I mean, other people thought so as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I took a liking to.
When you say that, so were you doing like skits or were you doing just straight improv?
It was like improv and skits. So at the end of the year, we'd have a show. And like it'd be like SNL or something, or like in Living Color.
That's pretty cool.
And all during the year, we would come up with like stuff for that show. We'd write it, and then we would put like, this is gonna be the first scene, this is gonna be the second show, this is the third show, and it got to the point where like I was just being in so many that were back to back that I had to turn down people because I was like, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like I had people like in senior and like juniors that were talking to me. I didn't even know who they were, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm Steve from that scene, that show, whatever.
That's crazy, man.
But from there, it just kind of took off. I just really kind of get onto it more. And that's pretty much just stuck.
While we're there at school, this guy was telling me that I don't know. I guess he was painting some bushes or some shit for the set, and he takes these paintbrushes to the bathroom, dude, and just starts rinsing them, and just starts shaking these paintbrushes, and there's paint getting splattered everywhere,
like on the ceiling and shit.
Yeah, like everywhere.
They were building a set, and the theater teacher was like, "Hey, Kalix, can you run to the restroom and clean these brushes? They're full of paint." I was like, "Sure, okay." Well, I'm running them underwater. I'm going like this, and then I don't know why, but I just started going like this. The air dry them, and I'm doing my thing. Then I look on the ceiling, I look on the walls, and there's like beige paint all over the walls, and I'm like, and I get some napkins, and I'm like going like this, and it's kind of smearing, and I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Like like I made it worse.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, I was splattered in the paint, and I think it was like a few days later or so, my theater teacher like got back to me and was like, "Hey, Kalix, I'm not saying it was you, but we saw a lot of paint splattered on the walls and the ceiling." And I was like, "No, it wasn't me. Like my brushes were clean." So I kind of got away with that one, but I felt kind of bad because it was me. I was kind of a good kid in high school.
The teacher was like, I know he fucking did it.
It was nobody else in the bathroom but me. Who else had paintbrushes, But she didn't really have she couldn't point fingers at me.
She didn't have that hard evidence.
The legal system, I got it out of it.
No shit. So I guess it's not really like. So I was also in theater arts, dude, in high school, man. I just kind of want to say, as fellow former theater arts students, dude. I respect your craft, dude. I respect what you do. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. Are we gonna like shake hands? Are we gonna do like
Okay, why not, dude?
Like a theater handshake. You know?
So it's just something that we understand the world through the stage.
Yeah, no shit.
So how many I don't know, like commercials or shows have you done?
Boy, before he gets into that, I guess I got another question. So like, how did you first hear about like doing that? Like, I guess like putting your name out there, like I guess getting involved with it, like when people would contact you or like you'd be like, hey, can you come? I could be wrong. He said Atlanta?
Atlanta. No. Okay, so as far as Atlanta goes, I had an opportunity in, I believe it was 9th or 10th grade, to be on The Walking Dead as a zombie.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's my favorite show right there.
And I to this day I regret not doing it, but I was
Wait,
only
wait. Say it again. That you got an offer?
I got an offer to be on The Walking Dead. I was gonna go be a zombie. I was gonna probably do. You had to do like a class to be a zombie or something like that. Like, you know, how to choreography and stuff like that. How to walk and how to like move like a zombie. And at the time, I was only like 15 or 16 years old, so I couldn't drive. I was gonna be out there for a weekend. And we had talked, you know, at some point too about, you know, well, I didn't drive. I didn't have my own money. My parents were gonna have to take me. That's work off that they were gonna have to take.
Yeah.
It's a lot that goes into it, and there was money involved for it. I'm not exactly sure how much. I don't remember.
Were you supposed to be Rick Grimes or?
No, I wish. You know, that would have been cool to be like a survivor or something. Even if it was just like one episode.
Like, who's that little boy dude with the cowboy hat on?
Carl. Could have been Carl.
Yeah.
Could have been Carl, dude.
Yeah, because Carl at that time, Carl was young too.
Yeah,
I think
or
close to the same
Daryl,
age.
maybe.
Daryl, are you like a younger Daryl?
Yeah.
So that was
Daryl was the biker guy.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that's sleeping with Rick's wife?
Shane.
Shane.
Oh, yeah,
Shane
I
was
don't
pretty-
like
I like
him.
Shane's character.
Is that John Bernthal?
John
Yeah.
Berthel. Yep.
He's a goat, dude. I like him. You like him as an actor?
Yeah, I think he's cool.
He's a good actor.
Dude.
Punisher, dude, he killed it.
Yeah.
I
Punisher,
never
Fury.
seen the Punisher.
I haven't seen it all, but I've seen some of it. He's pretty good in that. In The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
He's in the Wolf of Wall Street.
never
Yeah, dude.
watched
He's,
him.
he's the guy that's like, sell me this pen.
Does he have like a whole beard?
Oh yeah, holy fuck,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's got like just a big mustache.
Yeah,
dude.
he's the one that was like selling drugs and shit, dude.
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
Good actor, man.
He's the one that Jonah Hill gets caught up. Dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, man. I mean, that was one of like the biggest things I had gotten at that time. And prior to that, I had done a few different auditions where they wanted you to go like to Florida or something like that. And there's a lot of money involved, and even then it was kind of like risky. But other than that, I had done like short films. And my aunt was an actress, and I don't know if she still does it today, but she's the first thing that we did together. I was actually in a commercial as a 3-year-old. It was a welfare commercial, and she asked my mom. She was like, "Hey, can I borrow your son? You know, they need a kid for the role. It's a welfare commercial. It's like local." And this is back when they just used tapes and stuff. And yeah, I got put on. I got paid for it pretty good. Apparently, that's what they said. No, I didn't get none of it. So I don't know where my part is, but
Kalix, we got some groceries in the fridge, dude. You know what I mean?
Not even that. It's like,
I mean,
hey,
I'm still waiting on that check.
Yeah, shit.
Auntie, whatever happened to that money? It's like I'm 18 now, so
They're like,
Pay
appreciate that, son. Ooh,
Hell yeah.
They did say they bought me formula and Pampers and all a bunch of other stuff, but I was like, could have just saved it, you know, put it aside for me.
you're like, I didn't need.
Yeah, I didn't
any
want
of
none of that.
Did you ever ask what I really wanted?
I was 3. I was talking.
Yeah, no shit.
So that's probably that's like the first thing that I've done as far as acting, and then it just kind of like went on from there. So I've always liked it,
Yeah.
and I always wanted to get into it. I just really do enjoy.
I do remember there was a time that you took a whole week off of work, dude. He took a week off of work, dude, because he was gonna go do a commercial, dude, and we were all like,
I did.
"That dude's gonna make it.
Did you do
He's
it?
not even gonna come back."
Right? I was about to say that, like, hey,
I took some time off.
Kinda-
to do
That is
acting.
dope.
kind of hope we don't see Kalix somewhere, dude. Like,
Did they
In a good
feel
way.
type of way about that?
What?
About you taking off to go do a commercial? They weren't like, yeah, let's just fire him now.
No, I didn't tell them. I didn't tell them that what I was taking off for, but I think they know. I think some people know that that's what I do. But at the same time, I have the privilege of being able to set my availability.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's harder at other jobs because usually your schedule's set.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then sometimes auditions or jobs come up on those days, so you have to work around them or you just have to miss them. And I've missed a lot of opportunities because of work.
Damn.
There's a fucking he got a fucking slot on a Hulu show.
No, for real?
What? He was a background.
Is there anything that we could like look up or how did?
Didn't you find something? It was the hospital commercial that I did.
Yeah, but you're wearing a mask, and I want to say it's fucking dude. I want to say it's you because he did 2 different Methodist commercials at the hospital, and for whatever reason I was like looking up old Methodist commercials to like see if I could find it. And there is one that does look like him, dude, but he's
And I told him
all you
that.
see is
I
like
said
this.
that I was a surgeon, and there was an actual person on the table, and I was passing tools to the other surgeon. This other surgeon was a chick that they flew out from Austin. She was like the real deal. And but I was wearing a suit like you would wear an actual surgery. We had an actual guy who would perform surgery tell us how we would actually look to make it more believable.
Yeah.
So I had like a radiation suit on. I had the scrubs. I had a mask, and then I had the little head cap.
Yeah.
So I am covered, and it's hard to see. But he said he found it, and I was like, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we have the photo. Like you have the photos you can send us, and like we'll put up here.
Yeah, and then even most recently, I did another Methodist hospital commercial, but this time I was like an aide of some kind, helping somebody with a wheelchair. So I get some screen time right there. I was a nurse in another scene. So I don't know why they just like casting me for like hospital commercials. I don't know.
Whenever you go out there and do that, do they have a craft table for you?
They do. They had like a table full of like crackers and cheese and little slices of ham and stuff like that.
Where's my monster at?
Like, this is what I need.
It's like I need monsters in a trailer.
I'll be my trailer.
And I want my name on the chair.
They're like, where did you get the trailer from? Like,
Yeah, no
I
shit.
think you brought it.
I brought my own trailer that I was going to sit in. And you know what? A lot of it is just waiting, as far as like waiting around for your scene to start. If you're an extra, it is a lot of waiting. If you're the main star, then obviously you're going to be working a lot more.
Yeah.
But in between, there's a lot of setup that goes in and is involved in it. Setups, angles, lighting.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
This is
So
with all the cameras.
You could be there for like 10 hours, and you maybe technically only work like 2.5, 3 hours of that whole day. The rest you're just waiting in the lobby to be called, and that's just how it goes.
And how long are the days sometimes?
Sometimes like they'll want you to be there. Let's say like 6 o'clock. So
AM?
like
Okay.
6 a.m. until probably about like 6 p.m.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then at some point they'll either start sending people home that they don't need because they've already knocked out those scenes.
Yeah.
And it just or if you can stick around and help somehow, that's up to you. Sometimes, but a lot of people like will kind of like put themselves out there, and I've done it myself. Like, hey, like you want to use me for an extra scene? I'll stick around, even if I've got to be a background person, or like you need some help, some kind. Because it is all about exposure,
Yeah,
And
dude.
kind of trying to like do more as well.
right? And the people who just like, oh yeah, just send me home, give me my check. They're just doing it because it's just a paycheck and it's something cool to do. And then you have people like me, or other people who are really trying to get into it, put their foot in the door. They'll do anything. It's competitive.
Start doing like Roddy Wank. They're like, yeah, you can start wrapping up all these cables that we got.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like,
you
I
just
just came
do
here
like
to
this
be a
and
laborer.
But like, so as far as that goes, like you'll try to like get in cool with the director. You're like, hey, can we have contact? Can we get numbers and this and that? Or you try to like convince them to get you for another scene. You know?
Like you text them and you're like, "Hey, happy birthday, man! Hope you've been well." You know what I mean? Just try-
It's like
yeah.
send them a fucking Christmas card.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't even know who you are, but thanks.
Yeah. But
You're going to the red carpet.
the fucking so like you always wanted to be an actor, dude. Honestly, like as a kid, dude, I always wanted to be an actor as well, and it was like you said, it was just kind of like I liked making people laugh. I liked kind of like
This man, I'm sorry to cut you off, but this man actually, he thought it would be funny. His dad here he's about to smoke a cigarette, and he had a carton of cigarettes on the table, and he thought it'd be funny. This dude pulls out like 4 cigarettes, right, and he puts them like this, and he goes like this to his dad's face, dude, and just 4 cigarettes, dude. Thought that shit was this stupid shit like that he would do. And his dad was pissed, dude.
He's like, anything for the camera.
yeah. But fucking
You don't remember that? It was at the Cardinal house.
I do remember that. It was just a random story though.
It wasn't.
It's like, it had nothing to do with acting. But
It's like performing, acting close enough.
yeah, but fucking. So I remember being a kid, dude, and my mom. It was this thing called like Scout something. I just remember like coming home from like Houston one day. We talked about it at work one day, but so I was a kid. My mom heard about this thing. She was like, "Hey, like I think it'd be a cool experience for you to be able to do or whatever, yada yada." And I was like, "Yeah, like that's awesome. Like I would love to do that." So I get there, dude, and it's like fucking thousands of kids, dude, like thousands, bro. And I'm like, "Holy crap!" Like it was very overwhelming.
Thousands just in one room. And
Yeah, it was
rows
very.
and rows of chairs.
Like he was like gonna be on the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and shit. Dude.
No, it was like what the fuck
Nah,
was
he's
it?
supposed to be on Big Daddy, dude.
No, it was Wizards of Waverly Place. It was like there's a new season of like Wizards of Waverly
fuck.
Place. It was like
Selena Gomez.
yeah, it was Selena Gomez, dude. I thought that would have been fucking awesome. But it was like yeah, so I end up going. They give everyone different auditions. Like okay, this kid got like a Coca-Cola ad. This kid got a fucking a Monster ad or whatever, yada yada. I ended up getting like a Tide commercial ad. And then, you know what I'm saying, they wanted you to kind of perform it a little bit. They gave you like maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes tops. And then on top of that, you're already waiting in line. So you had more time to kind of like perform it as well. And then you got in like front of a green screen or whatever. And then you kind of like, you
read your script.
Yeah, you read your script and you acted it out. So, I'm going, I'm doing that, dude. I fucking kill it, dude. They love me. I'm doing great.
Like a cold read or something like that.
And I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm Johnny, dude. They love me right away. You know what I mean? And so we end up going, and after that, I go meet with this guy. I guess I don't know. He might have been like an agent or some shit. I don't know what it was, but he ends up telling me like, okay, do you know what a monologue is? And I'm like, at the time I'm like probably like 10, 11 years old, and I'm like, no, like I have no idea what that is. Oh. And then growing up,
I still don't know what it is.
it's pretty much another word for script.
Yeah.
It's just like a long. Think of it like you're reading out a paragraph. If it's a paragraph, or you watch a scene where somebody talks for a good while, that's what you're reciting pretty much to them. And a lot of it has to do with like. A lot of it is, and at least in my opinion, is how you look. At the end of the day, that's a lot of it is that. Even if you're really good at what you do. Mm-hmm. But the second part of it is, can this person actually memorize and read his stuff? Because
so I'm just ugly, is what you're saying? No, I'm just fucking with you.
I mean, like I couldn't make it on looks alone. I gotta be actually like good at my job.
Yeah. Whenever he was like, "What's a monologue?"
Yeah, they're like, come on.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? You want to ask them?
Yeah, shit. They're like, who let this kid in the doors, dude? You know what I mean? I'm 11 years old, and
That's like equivalent to them asking you who's the 40th president.
I know at that age, yeah. But even then,
even now, I don't even know who that is.
yeah, even now, bro. To be honest, but fucking. So I end up going through that, and then after that, like, he ends up having a conversation with my mom alone. And then after that, I'm like, oh,
He's
fuck.
like, look, look, your kid's ass, man.
Yeah, no shit.
Son doesn't have it.
He was like, I don't know what the fuck they said, but I ended up coming. I see my mom's face, and I instantly know, like, it ain't going down.
And I've been there. Exactly what you're feeling. I've been turned down from a lot of auditions, and as a kid too.
It sucks.
It does.
It does
hurt. Because you're like, oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. Like, what don't I have that this person has? And
it kills your confidence for sure. And it was like,
but you have to be able to like come back from it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're done for, because it is competitive, and it's not like a nice. Like, people are gonna just be blunt, or you just don't have that look, and that's why you didn't get it.
Or like cheap shit too. It's not cheap shit, but it's not cheap either,
And yeah, it's an investment. It's an investment of time, and it can be an investment of money. As the investment of money can be as far as like, do you want to pay to take classes? Do you want to pay to travel? Because early on, unless you get like you land a big role where you get a lot of money, like this is all coming out of your own pocket. Because I picked up stuff in Austin, and sometimes it was only a few $100. So I'm driving out there, I'm taking time off of work to go do this, and I'm not making much profit of it, but I'm getting exposure, and that's how I see it.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of money out of it, and exposure, and the exposure is the more important part to me.
And it's more time than I feel like. I guess like with the scenario like that, I feel like that's more like time than it is money. Would you say?
Yeah.
And even then, you're still like you said, like taking time off work, so you're like kind of also missing out on making money.
Right.
Even that, it's like, and I only got paid enough to for the ride home.
Yeah, like I had just enough gas. But
This is off topic, but does anybody from work know about the podcast?
no, I don't think
Yeah.
so. Do they?
Yeah, Josue knows, Fricks knows,
Marcus knows. Now
Rob
I told
knows,
him.
Marcus knows. Yeah, there's a couple people that know.
That's cool, man. They're gonna see you on.
Well, I don't really expect them to watch.
Yeah, he's like, whatever.
It is what it is. They got their own
Oh
lives.
shit, tell him to subscribe at least.
But fucking so I end up getting older, and I guess I never really asked because I didn't care to ask any more questions at the time. But my mom was like we could have done it. It was like
You just suck.
Out of those thousands of kids, it was they only picking 50 of those kids, and then they were taking them to Florida. But you had to. It was like you had to pay for your own ticket, and then it was like a $1,500 like fee or some shit. And then even then, at that point, like you weren't guaranteed the
Yeah.
role or anything like that. You just
And
had
that's
to go.
the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
I mean, you travel that far, you're like, well, at this point, I better get something, you know, even if it's like a background role.
Yeah.
But it's you may not get it, and then it's just that would really hurt your confidence that you get called a call back to go back, and then you don't get it.
Yeah.
And it feels like you wasted more time. But you just really have to keep at it. You just because if you get like you feel a certain type of way, you feel offended or whatever, you might just give up, and then that'll be it.
Yeah.
But you just have to keep coming back, keep coming back. It's persistence is kind of key in like the industry.
Yeah, I could see that, and unfortunately, that's literally how it was. Like after that happened, it was just like, I don't want to be an actor no more, dude. This is hard.
It is hard. It can be.
Oh, they are like, oh, do you just think that you're funny over at your hometown? That you're just gonna come in here
And
and
just
get a
kill it.
fucking part? It's not how it works, son.
This is the big one. Yeah, son.
Were you ever like whenever you went to any of those, like your first one or even your second one, and I'm not sure how many you've done. I'd say at least more than 4, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, were your first one? Were you ever nervous? And even now that you do it from time to time, are you still nervous when you do it? Like have butterflies, or is it kind of like I'm kind of used to it already? Is it, and also is it the same thing? Like every time you go, or is it always something different?
The first time I did it, yeah, I was nervous. But I was excited to be there, but I was nervous because you want to make a good impression.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking in your mind, you're thinking even if it was just a background role, I was an extra. I was a guy. I think it was a guy walking around with a backpack, but even then, you want to impress. Like you want to like man, I'm only got like 3 seconds of screen time. I really want to sell this. Me walking from here to the front door. At least in my mind, that's how it is, you know, because I'm thinking the director's gonna be like, oh, you know, hey, you really strut really good with that backpack.
You killed that backpack scene, dude.
Here, you're gonna be in the next
Next thing, we're gonna put you in the hallway with the next thing. Yeah,
exactly, you know, something like that. So you're excited and you're nervous. And now that I've done it for a while, you not nervous so much, but you still kind of like you don't always see the same faces. At least I haven't really seen the same faces. So you're nervous because it's a new environment.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I am kind of used to it now. I'm used to the cameras. I'm used to the lights. I'm used to waiting around for hours on end until I get called for your part, walking around, traveling a lot. That I am used to. It's used to the competitiveness of it, that you may not always get the role. You may not always get a call back. I'm at that point, I think, already of understanding. And at the time, in the beginning, no. Like, I got my feelings hurt a lot, but I just had to stay at it because it's something that I really do.
Like to do.
I'd like to do it as far as, you know, getting money, but I also do actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's pretty cool. And that's cool that you stayed at it because I feel like not most people, obviously I'm one of them, but like not most people
They give up easy.
Okay, no, not about, I don't know about all that, dude, but it's like not most people like, I guess I feel like have the confidence to like come kind of like bounce back from that and be like, I'm gonna still keep going. I'm still like spend money to go do this because I want to.
Yeah, because and on that note, I've gotten a lot of opportunities to go be an extra, and the pay was crap. The pay was like $50 or $50 or like $30 or free. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, it's exposure. At least I'm getting some exposure out of it, and you're hoping for the best.
I feel like the only way that you would do a free one if it was like down the street from you.
Yeah, well, like in those, I've only done really like a free one if it was in Houston area.
Yeah.
Like at that time, it was like 20 minutes maybe. I'll drive. I'm out there because of the exposure and the connections you can make. That's another thing about it is meeting people.
Networking in that industry.
Because you can talk to somebody who's like, yeah, you know, I'm friends with, you know, like Seth Green and stuff. And Next thing you know, you have his number, and he's like, "Hey, do you want like a guest spot, or you want to do a voice thing?"
Yeah.
It's just how it goes. It's who you know really in this industry, and it is competitive.
I feel like it's like that a lot with a lot of places, like the refineries, for example. Like it's hard to get in if you don't know somebody.
I really feel that even in the real world and this environment, it is a lot about who you know.
Who you know, yeah.
Because you see a lot of people, people who work at these companies and who works under them, their kids, and how they
No
get
shit,
in.
yeah.
Or somebody, even if it's not the kids, it's their best friend or somebody they know, and you hope that you can get put in a position like that. Like you can get up there or make friends with somebody and they put you in, and then boom, now you have access to what they have.
Yeah.
And then somebody or your kid or some kind, you can be like, hey, I can get you in, and it's a cycle.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a good cycle, but it just is what it is, and it's the same thing with the industry. That's why you have a lot of celebrities who have children in their industry too, because they get put in. They already have the connections. They already know who they can call and talk to.
Like Ice Cube's son,
Right.
shit like that.
Like him, like Denzel Washington's son, like Angelina Jolie.
Denzel
Their
Washington
parents were
has a
actors
son?
and
I
actresses.
didn't even know.
Who's Denzel's son?
He's in the Tenet.
What's his name?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember his name.
I want to say like Leon Washington, but I could be wrong.
I never knew that.
You're wrong.
I'm not very sure. I'm pretty sure I was wrong, but
No, you are wrong.
who was Leon Washington?
Go with that.
I don't know. Like I thought I've seen like on the Tenet. I feel like I read it because it was Robert Pattinson. I know for sure.
Not a different actor.
And it was a Denzel Washington's son that was in it.
Yeah.
What'd you say about Robert?
It could be Denzel Jr.
I said that's different actor.
No, it's not Denzel Jr.
No,
No, I know it's like a different name.
it's like I'm gonna give him his own name.
It's gotta be Denzel Jr. Dude.
But I'm gonna be way off about it. I'll look at it. But has anyone in like your family circle or anything like that? Like I'm sure like they know about like the sets you've been on or like I guess places you've gone for it. Has anyone ever told you like what you're doing is like dumb or like you're wasting your time? Like why are you doing that?
Yeah.
My wife.
They call her out, but yeah, in the beginning, yeah.
Make sure she don't watch this.
It was kind of shitty at first because it's like something I've liked for a long time, and where she was coming from was more of a practical. And I'm not trying to justify it. It still hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
But you kind of understand the reasoning behind it as well.
It wasn't. She was saying like, oh, you're shit at this. Don't do it. She just was like, don't you want to do something that's more practical, more real, like more grounded,
Guaranteed.
more guaranteed. Acting is kind of like it's like freelance work. You take what you can get.
Yeah.
You can make a badass check, and then you might not get no work for a whole year. So that $5,000 you check is it gonna last you a whole year? No. And then you might get work for throughout the year, 4 different jobs for $100 each. And or you can go work, like you say, in the refineries or do something else and make bank. That's where she was coming from. So, but it still hurt because I was like, well, this is what I want to do. I don't want to stop doing this because
Chasing your dream, dude.
But eventually she came around and I did it more, and she was like, okay, like this is what he really likes. I don't want to step on his dream or it's not right in me.
Yeah.
As far as family stuff goes, like actual blood family stuff, like no, I haven't really heard anything. Like my mom's always been like, yeah, if you want to do this, go ahead. It's your dream, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Shout out to the moms out there, by the way.
Yeah. So it has I've had some people say stuff, but I was like, well, screw it. Regardless, I'm gonna just do it because it's something that I really do like.
Super off topic, dude. Do you have a grandpa named Coco or Kiko?
Kiko. That's not his real name. That's just what I call him.
Was it a dog?
I just said his grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you like said a fucking dog name. I didn't really hear what you said. I was
He
like,
just
what?
assumed Coco was like, come here, Coco.
No.
Was he a big supporter in you?
He's supported me. I think they like that I do it because then they know that it makes me happy. Regardless of the pay and stuff. Like they
Yeah, man.
know I like it.
That's cool to have a supportive family like that, dude.
And I feel like if they're like older, especially my parents and my like family and stuff like that, like they're always like kind of like do what you want to do, like do what you love to do. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got to be like responsible about it as far as like, well, if you don't have the money to go do it, don't sit there and do it unless you know like there's a good chance you're probably gonna like land a role like on The Walking Dead and make like consistent money. You know
And
what I
then
mean?
that's what I want to tell my son. Like as much as I would want him to do something that makes him a lot of money and stuff, if his hobby is balloon animals, you know, fucking just be badass at your job.
Yeah.
You want to make balloon animals? I want to see like the Eiffel Tower. You know, I want you to be badass at your job and really go for it. You know, but still, you know, have something, you know, to fall back on. Yeah, obviously I have something. I have a regular job.
Yeah.
So, but who knows? You know, one day somebody can be like, you could be like on something on television because you make badass balloon animals.
I imagine a fucking director and be like, man, we had an extra on a commercial like 2 years back. I think it's Rullier. Let's see if we can find them. And then it's like they fucking call you out there in Los Angeles, dude. And I was like, we got a role for you, dude. And I just wanted to have you read for it, dude, because I feel like you're perfect for it. And then next thing you know, cool. You're on fucking NCIS.
Because like you said, like you kind of want to let him know, like do what you want to do something you love to do, because I mean at the end of the day, like life is short. So you know what I mean? Like, would you rather have him being like at work or at a job he doesn't like and like kind of like fuck
miserable?
Dude. And he's on his deathbed and he's like, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have did that. You know what I mean?
And when I started, I told myself I at least want to be in a movie. And then even in the movie was like a low budget film, but I checked that off. No matter what, I was like, I have been in a movie. I've met somebody who is famous.
So small wins, yeah.
Yeah, so it just little by little, and I was content. I was like, even if I died and I only did a short film, that'd be great. And then I did that. But then your ambition grows, and you're like, no, I want more.
100%.
And then I was like, well, I would like to be in a commercial. I've been in a commercial. You know, I'd like to do the modeling thing, or at least audition for modeling. So I've done the modeling thing. You know, and your ambition just grows. You always think that you're going to be content with what you have, and then you want more and more and more. And me, I'm just like, so for the next thing for me is just to continuously stay at it. Like, you know, for me, I think the next thing would be like to land a television spot. Like, even if I'm just an extra or even a side character, small character, like one episode or a few lines or something like that, I think that would be awesome.
That's like your next goal?
Yeah. And even if I'm like how I'm saying now, like I would be awesome, like I'd be content. You know, if my life ended the day after that, I'd be content. But I know in reality, like I'm not. But it in my mind, it kind of helps me, like, okay, boom, like knock that out, and then knock something else out.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I might end up just being like winning an Oscar or something. You know?
Yeah. That's awesome. That's I feel like a pretty good mentality to have. Like you said, like you're not like. I feel like it's a realistic way to go about it, especially at the pace that I feel like you've been. You know what I mean? Not a lot of, I don't know a lot of people that have like been in fucking commercials or, you know what I'm saying, like
it's
extras
always kind
and
of a
shit.
trip when I tell people. I mean, there's just I guess, and on the industry, I feel like the industry is not as big here in Houston because that's not our industry. You go out to Austin, you go out to California, Atlanta, or you go to New York. That's the industry over there.
Yeah, I realize that due to a lot of fucking what Hollywood does is in fucking Atlanta. Aside from that, I mean, how many like total spots have you gotten?
It's in the double digits.
No shit.
That's
dude.
fucking awesome.
Wait,
Dude.
how much?
I was thinking it was like maybe like 8 or something, but that's fucking crazy.
Probably more like 13,
Oh, shit.
13 different things that I've done.
Damn.
And what was that Hulu film or series that you were back
that was
in?
so I was just an extra in that one. It was a teacher. It was a Hulu series, and it's based on a true story. A teacher hooked up with a student.
You're in there right now?
Are you the student? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not the student. I was a background character. I was playing soccer. I was like one of the students there. The guy who actually stars in it is he comes out in Love, Simon. I think you might have told me about it.
Oh yeah, we talked about him. I don't know his name exactly, but I know what actor you're talking about. He comes out in Love, Simon. He comes out in
Jurassic World.
He's
one of the brothers in The Ball.
He's the older brother.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
No.
Chris Pratt.
That's not
God no.
But he comes out and he's the student that gets with the teacher, and then there's a whole series about it. So I was an extra in that. I did
It's out right now?
yeah.
Were you like one of
I
the?
think it's already finished.
Were you one of the kids that like told the faculty about it and was like, "Hey,
Like, hey, he's getting something.
he showed me
look
these
that up,
pictures, bro."
I want to look that up.
I was like, this guy's been in the classroom with his teacher a long time.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy, dude. The dude's getting fucking nude from his teacher.
have you?
It's a real thing that happens, dude. It's a sick world out there, dude.
Have you looked on Hulu and seen it yourself? Like,
I believe I have. I'd have to look it up again. It's been a while, but I forgot what episode it is. I'll have to go through the episodes again.
Oh shit, it's like a
I think I'm
series.
like,
I thought it was a movie.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 episodes or so.
Damn.
It should be finished already.
Were you in that one episode?
I think it was just one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a small part. It was just an extra. And I went out. It was some little town. I think it was like right before Austin. I drove out there. They showed us around in a little bus. And I met him. He shook our hand. He was like, "Oh, it's nice to meet you and stuff." And he probably doesn't remember who I am now.
Yeah.
It was still cool to
Super
get to
nice
meet
dude.
him. Yeah, he's nice.
Do you
You should have kicked the ball to the camera, dude.
do you I guess in those moments like when you're going out of town or wherever for like something that's not so local, do you do you pay for your own hotel?
I haven't had to pay for a hotel, but I had to stay late. Actually, I think it was for that one. We stayed really late. It was like already like 11 o'clock, and I could have paid for a hotel to stay out there. It was gonna be on me, just given because I'm just an extra.
Yeah.
They're not gonna pay for my hotel.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
likely they'll pay for their hotel. Or I don't know how all that works as far as hotel goes. I guess that goes on with your agent and stuff. I drove back that night, and I got back home maybe like what? How long is it from Austin to Houston?
Austin, I think it's like a 3.
5 hour drive.
Probably got home around like 4.
4 hour drive, probably 4.
So I got back in the AM, and it started pouring down.
Oh,
So
We went to Austin for the concert, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3.5 hour drive.
man, yeah.
yeah, but so as far as hotels go, I haven't had to pay for a hotel. I've always just come home that same night, and I think that was probably the
Okay.
latest I stayed out for like an acting gig.
Damn you! So you drove there, did all that, and then drove back.
Yeah,
That was.
That's
I
a
bet
lot.
it's exhausting, huh?
it is.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I got up because they want you to be there at a certain time. I got up extremely early, had all my stuff ready. I had it the night before. I dressed for the part or whatever, like shave if they need me to shave. I got my clothes ready. It's never just one clothes. They may ask you to bring like outfits, and then you get there and you may only use a outfit. And I have like 4 different outfits set up. You bring them with you. You put them in your car. You drive out there. You're waiting around with a bunch of other eager actors and stuff. What's gonna start? What's gonna happen? And then they just kind of come out and they're like picking you. We need you for this scene, or you look good for this scene, and that's how it goes. And then I was there really, really late.
Has anyone ever been just in ass on set? Like just even if it was just an extra and it was just like,
Yeah,
oh, watch out, dude.
yeah. Some people just kind of feel like they're just like superior to everybody else, and you just kind of have to like ignore it.
It's like I've been doing extra work for like 32 years. I'm like a number one extra, dude. They always call me.
Yeah.
Something like that. You just have people who feel entitled. As far as like actually main, there's only been one person where I went out to. It was a wedding scene, and I think it was like an indie movie.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was from Africa, somewhere in Africa, some country. They flew him out here to do this part. And
Damn.
he this is the first time I had ever seen anything like this. He threw a fit on stage. Him and the director were going back and forth, and he left. And they ended up calling him back, and he came back to finish the scene. I'm not sure what had happened, but that was the first time I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I guess you kind of like I guess because he was the star of the movie, so he felt he can do that. But he's nobody, as far as I know. He's nobody in the United States.
So y'all got me out here.
He was somebody really big over there, in wherever he's from, but. I didn't think he was anybody in the United States.
Like fucking Tom Cruise in the
Yeah.
COVID thing. Did you ever hear about that one or no? He was like screaming at someone on set because they weren't wearing a mask and they were filming, I think, like Mission Impossible or like Top Gun or some shit during COVID.
But I could I hadn't heard about that. But I could expect that from Tom just because given how much star power Tom has. Not saying that's right.
Yeah.
But
Well, he was like, because at the time he was like, y'all are fucking with people's paychecks or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're trying to be safe on the set, and y'all are gonna set this back even more and delay it. Yada,
You
yada.
know what's safer, Tom? Just not fucking filming a movie
Just not
right
film-
now.
yeah.
dude.
Hell yeah.
let's just postpone it and your check.
It's like all the extras, they're all wearing masks in the movie and shit, dude.
He had a damn. I think he is the one of the high. I think he's the highest paid actor like this year or that last year. Like,
Really?
yeah, he was the
Fucking
highest
Top
paid
Gun
actor.
and Mission Impossible.
Top Gun.
and The Mummy.
I wonder where I rank. I don't think I'm even on the top 10,000 list.
Like maybe like in the extra category, you know, like
On the low end.
he did like 13 fucking slots, dude.
like Kalix is on page. He's on page 2.
I am on IMDb. So whenever they
Get the fuck out of here. dude.
Oh, no
That's
shit,
fucking
dude.
That the moment that they made me an IMDb account, I felt like I like hit stardom.
cool. Yeah,
we need to get
I was
a.
like, I'm-
Start, bro.
We need to get an autograph before you dip, dude.
Put it right
No
there.
shit, dude.
Yeah, I was like tripped out. They put my name, they put my height, they put what
You have
I've
it
been
right
in
now?
and stuff. Yeah,
That's dope. That's
yeah.
crazy.
I'm sure I could look it up and it'd pull up.
Yeah, look it up. Send it to us, dude.
Yeah, whenever you get a chance,
I'll do that.
we'll put it up here, dude, for all the people to see and be like, "What? Y'all had this man on here? I seen him, dude. He was working on the person
For all the non-believers and
Honestly,
stuff.
bro.
yeah, no shit, dude.
You should have him sign that thing poster, dude.
What poster?
That thing poster.
I wasn't even in it.
yeah, no
we
shit,
weren't in it,
dude.
but we still have his signature though.
That's funny.
That's his favorite movie.
And Scarface.
I guess
They just put Scarface back on Hulu, dude. I'm gonna fucking watch that bitch. I've been wanting to watch it for a minute.
you've been saying like, dude, that was actually a very great movie, dude.
What, Scarface?
Have you seen Scarface in full?
Yeah, I've seen the whole thing.
Well, most people I talk to about it, like they've only seen like bits and pieces of it because it's a 3-hour movie, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's just long.
The whole thing about the movie, I used to watch it all the time as a kid, and you know, it was a good movie back then. But like, I was watching the scenes of it on YouTube, and I was like, man, dude, it's like a really good fucking movie, dude. Holy fuck! Like,
That's
How many
probably
could-
my one of my favorite movies, Scarface.
I can't believe that's
considering
even,
the quality and the you know what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
a good fucking movie.
I can't believe that's I don't know. You might know when it came out,
I
but
think 71.
for real,
no way.
Yeah,
there's no way.
I think it came out in the
I believe it
80s.
was 71.
You got to look that up real
It
quick.
came out in like fucking 80.
There's no way it was in the 70s.
Fuck. No.
It was 80 something.
Yeah, maybe
I think it was 80
88.
something. I don't think it was.
71 seems so
Okay,
old.
you're right. 83.
Okay.
I don't know what. The fuck
That's
that
still
is.
pretty good though for it being 83.
No, that's still old as fuck.
yeah.
71.
Dude.
Maybe they're written. No,
What
I
did
don't
you
know
you said?
fucking-
71?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said
dude.
71.
Long time ago.
But fucking dude, Al Pacino, that does not even look like him, bro. Like in most
They don't.
No shit.
like
yeah.
dude, they do a good job. I don't know if that's his actual hair, if it's a wig or something, but like there's a
I
lot
think it was
of
actual hair.
there's a lot of actors, bro, who like can actually really like look, they look different like
But
for certain roles.
you know, a lot of people hate that movie too.
What was that?
Scarface, because they feel like why did they get this Hispanic guy to play a
Cuban?
A
So
Cuban
he's
guy.
actually, I
'Cause
think
he's
he's
a
actually
fucking
Italian.
actor.
He's Italian,
He's
right?
actually Italian.
Yeah,
Pacino.
Italian, yeah.
Italian. and-
Pacino sounds Italian.
yeah.
So that was like controversy when it came out because he's an Italian actor playing Cuban characters. He was kind of like stereotyping them, the way he was sounding and his mannerisms and stuff.
Yeah.
They were like, you got it all.
I think.
They were like- did they think he had it wrong or what?
Yeah, but a lot of people were saying like you don't even
I'm
sound
not even sure
Cuban.
who was really offended by it. I like it. I think he did great, even though
Yeah.
he may not actually be Latin. He is Italian. That's to me, it's like Latin adjacent. Well, it is Latin. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's to me.
Yeah.
But it's not like they put like a completely just white guy.
Like
to
a,
play
like a Caucasian. dude
No
on
shit,
there.
dude.
because he was born in the United States, but he has Italian heritage, and they're just like he can't play this, you know. I don't know. I thought it was okay.
Like, that's what an actor does, though. They
Yeah,
play
they
play
characters
everything.
they're not. It's like, dude, they're
Yeah.
taking away. It's like, get a real Cuban. And he's like, wait, he don't act. Like, I promise you, if we had an acting Cuban, we probably would have used
So
it.
I just saw something. It was Bryan Cranston. He did some kind of movie or some kind of show where he's played somebody in a wheelchair, and there was some controversy about it because he's not actually disabled. So
With Kevin Hart, right?
it was I think it was with Kevin Hart.
I forgot.
Yeah,
what
that
the
they
movie's called.
remade that movie. It's a French movie.
So
Is it really?
Yeah.
People were saying they should cast a disabled person to play the character, but then he wouldn't really be playing the character, would he?
Yeah.
He would just be disabled on camera.
You'd be really disabled.
That's what I'm saying, and that's where
And-
that's like.
Probably doesn't have like the capability to
Yeah,
like
to
act
do
like
that,
Bryan
like-
It's
Cranston.
like
Just
saying, like, okay, like a role that would involve a gay person. Like, oh, you're going to play a gay character. And you have plenty of straight actors who play gay, like Jake Gyllenhaal in Brokeback Mountain.
Well, oh, man. I
Damn.
don't know why you got to bring
And-
that
I
up.
forget, man, dude.
He's not gay.
We're not gonna talk about that.
But, but
Or like the I don't know his name, but the actor in Love, Simon or whatever. I'm sure
yeah,
he's not gay.
I
What is his
I don't
name?
think he's
Fucking
gay.
Brokeback.
But
He's
he's
like-
playing a character. I had just got something not long ago that said they were looking for a guy who was gonna play like a gay character, and I've never done anything like that before. I didn't get back to them. I wasn't sure if I was ready for that yet. But
Yeah.
it was paid. It was gonna be shown on television.
Was there going to be like a
You gotta pay me
kissing
a-
scene?
Yeah, there was gonna be an intimacy coordinator, it was probably gonna be like some kissing. It was gonna involve like sex or anything, or sex or anything like that. But I've never done a scene like that before, and it's just to me. Of course, you're gonna feel a certain type of way. You might say something, you might joke, whatever. But to me, it's just acting. It is just acting.
Yeah.
I mean, you see plenty of people do it.
So if they told you you gotta make out with this dude for $2 million,
I'm gonna do it.
$2 million.
We want.
As far as
Bro, give me that role, bro. What?
as far as acting,
And we're gonna
goes,
give you
yes.
$500.
No,
no hell no.
But what if?
and I don't have nothing against. I feel like I could get more.
Yeah. I mean, you've done like what you said, 13 things. Like I'm sure you've gotten paid more than $500 for some of those things. Right?
$1,500.
I think the most I've gotten paid is like $1,000 plus.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I think it was for. It might have been for the hospital thing, but I'm not sure.
I think like,
feel like
and that was for
Methodists
kissing
can
a
pay
girl.
Yeah.
But like, as far as the gay thing goes, like like that was just recent, and I was kind of conflicted because like, well, it's exposure.
Yeah.
It's the television spot, you know.
Where was
But
that
I've
one
never-
at?
I don't know. It's probably gonna be on some like Netflix or something like that.
No, I'm saying, where'd you go to shoot that one?
He didn't go.
I don't know. I didn't go to that one.
Oh, fuck.
I had got an email for it that they were looking for someone who could fit this character. You had to be comfortable with kissing scenes that involved another male. And I never got back to them because I didn't know how I felt about that. I've never done anything like that. I've never kissed another man.
I'd imagine you ask somebody from work, it's like, do you think you could help me run my lines? and then it's like, dude, it says that we're going to
And then
kiss in
he
here.
leans
Like,
He's like, yeah, it's acting.
yeah.
You're really going to kiss me? I just don't feel like that's acting. I feel like that's
I'm gonna
really
go 80, you go 10, and then he goes 20.
There's a Will Smith talked about it like a long time ago, but there was a movie he was in where he had to kiss another male, and he said that he kind of made a big deal about it, and he was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So they got like a stunt double to do it
No
for him.
shit. What movie was this?
I can't remember. It was an old movie though,
heard about
but
it.
he talks about it in an interview, and then he like while he's talking about it in the interview, he was like looking back on it, like I think that was like pretty immature that he made like the studio go and get another like stunt double to pretty much do it.
And in regards to that and the thing I just told you, I actually looked up like how do actors feel who are probably straight and they've had to do scenes like that, and some of them are okay with it. Some have things to say. Some hire people to stand in for them.
I don't think it's a big
to
deal
me,
at all.
and especially early on to your career, you don't have that kind of power.
Yeah.
Because at that point they can just be like, screw this guy. We'll just get someone who's actually gay or who's this or more comfortable with doing it. Do you really want to lose out on your opportunity? And you have to like really factor that. And for me, because I'm not going to take it because I'm not comfortable with doing something like that yet, or maybe I may not ever be comfortable with that. But it's just something you have to think about.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, you're still a person. I mean, whether you're an actor or not, and you may have a different set of morality, morals, values, and it's like religion, and that doesn't mean that you could be excluded from that field altogether. But at the same time, there's just things that I'm not gonna do.
And you can go your whole career without doing a gay scene or even kissing another woman, and that's completely fine. But you do have to take that. You may lose opportunities because someone else will take them.
And like you said, like you're not in that position. Like someone like Will Smith, I think he was a pretty well-known actor at that point. So it's like he's got that kind of like
you can call somebody and you can delay, to bring somebody in.
Yeah.
Like me, given where I'm at, they could just find a replacement.
Yeah.
They're not, unless they really like me or they already invested a lot of money into me for me to be there. I doubt they're gonna halt production just to find somebody else who look kind of like similar like me in height. And
They're gonna come talk to you in the trailer. Look, man, I know you're not comfortable doing this, but we really need you to kiss this guy. We put too much money into it.
Yeah.
So I guess if y'all don't have any other questions, I'll wrap it up with this one. But what's the craziest thing that's happened on set for you?
The craziest thing that's happened to me was meeting Flavor Flav in a bathroom.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
How did that
And
go?
I'm glad that we were able to talk about this one. He was
Wait, you
shooting-
met him in a bathroom?
I met him in a bathroom. I know how that sounds.
A lot of people probably wouldn't even recognize him.
Oh, well, I reckon. I watched him in Love. Was it In Love with Flavor Flav or The
Yeah.
Flavor of Love?
Yeah.
I used to watch that with my mom, so I knew what it looked like. Yeah, we would watch it on TV.
Hey, that's their show, dude. Like what?
We would sit down and watch it together, and right after American Idol.
Okay, dude, you had like a whole.
Yeah, we do. It was the real deal. He was shooting a pilot. It was like the law of flavor, or something like that. I don't even think it made it to air.
Mm-hmm.
But he was shooting it. The writing on it was, They needed people to be in the audience. I was like $50 or something like that. I took it. Anyways, they finished up for the day shooting the scenes.
How old were you?
I was probably like, I'm 26 now. I was maybe like 24, 23.
Damn, pretty recent.
And it was in Houston. It was like in some office building. Anyways, everybody went off to do their thing. They're kind of eating lunch. They're talking to the director and staff on site, the crew. And I went to the bathroom. I went in there. I went to use the restroom. And then it got quiet. Everybody left. And then the door opens, and you could hear a lot of like clamoring, a lot of talking, like, "Oh, hey, Flav, blah blah blah. Can I talk to you, blah blah." Whether it was like I don't know if it was paparazzi or like audience or whatever, journalists and stuff. And then the door closes, and I come out to wash my hands, and Flav walks by, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on, man? Like, you enjoying the show, this and that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, man. Like, I'm having a great time. Like, it's cool. It's cool tonight, and like to meet you. Like, it's crazy. I'm meeting Flav in the bathroom."
Yeah.
And I'm washing my hands, and he's washing his hands or whatever before he goes into the bathroom or something, or freshening up. And I'm thinking in the moment, I'm like, man, when am I else gonna get an opportunity to meet this man? Should I ask for him for a picture or like an autograph?
Yeah.
But I decided against it because I was like, there's just no way to really like.
It's
make
like I'm a professional.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look good. Like, hey, can I have a photo in the bathroom? And so I didn't end up doing it. So he ended up going to the stall. And I walked down, opened the door, and when I opened the door, there's like this 6'5", 6'6", like really big, like buff black guy, and he kind of just looks back, and he's like, how the hell did this guy get in there?
Yeah.
And I had already been in there.
Bro, you just sweep the restroom? Like, that's all you, bro.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
So then he just kind of like moves his arm, and I walk through like the crowd of people, or whatever. So that was probably my craziest experience. I was meeting a celebrity in the bathroom. That was weird. I mean, it was cool to meet him. He seemed pretty cool guy. It just was like it's just not where I wanted to meet him.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
think he went to the stall to take a shit, or did he go to the stall to
Probably.
take a piss?
There was a good chance that he. I don't know. Do you think he pees sitting down?
I don't know. Did he go in there and sit down?
I was in there with him.
It's like he goes to the stall, and like when he goes to the stall, Kalix is like going to the door.
I like.
And then when he goes to the door, he like kind of like looks underneath the stall like to see what he's doing, dude.
Crack,
Yeah.
You need help in there?
Yeah, no shit.
You just like take a picture over the stall. If I could just run out the restroom.
Yeah.
Imagine if I would have had a photo of him on the toilet. Like how crazy that would have
Dude, you
been.
could have sold that, dude.
No, dude, because he probably wouldn't like.
Nah, that would. I was like, I'm gonna get on TMZ with this shit, dude.
But that reminds me of a time, dude. I was working at AMC, the movie theater, and I seen so I'm a huge Texans fan, obviously, and there's a fucking Texans player that walks in there, and I recognize him immediately, dude. And I'm like, his name is Bernardrick McKinney, and I see him, and I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck, like that's Bernardrick McKinney. And I like literally like stop from doing what I'm doing because I don't have any people in front of me. And I go over there and like I kind of just like walk up to him. I'm like, dude, you're Bernardrick McKinney. He was like, yeah, like it's fucking huge, dude. He was like, yeah, you know what's up, yada yada. And I was like, dude, can I get a picture with you? And he's like, yeah. So I asked like the bartender to like take a picture of us or whatever. And everyone that's working there is kind of seeing me take a picture with this guy, and they're like, who the fuck is this? You know, like they don't know. And then after that, he goes into the restroom. Like, he literally just walked in. I greeted him, got a picture. He walks into the restroom with, like, one of his homeboys or whatever. And then there's a guy, one of my coworkers, and he's like, who is that? And I was just fucking around with him. I was like, you don't know who that is? He's like, no. I'm like, you have no idea who that is? He's like, no. I'm like, that's LeBron James' agent. And he's like, what? And he like literally walks over there towards the fucking bathroom. I'm like, what are you doing? No, you're gonna go talk to him in the fucking bathroom. Like,
He's
no.
like, hey, just can I get your autograph? He's like, I'm shitting, dude.
Yeah,
You
no
just wait till I get. He's like, I really need. He just does it in his.
Yeah,
I don't even wipe. He just goes.
yeah. I was like, and when he came out, he literally walked out of the restroom and like left the building. I was like, damn, I scared him off, bro. Like, he probably thought like he was gonna get like that interaction.
Yeah, he was trying to be like low profile and shit. It's like, well, that's a wrap. I can't be here, bro. That boy gonna tell everyone.
Yeah, literally, bro. He just walked out and sees. I was like, damn, like I'm pretty sure I'm the reason why he didn't watch.
Do you have that picture?
I think I do. I can look it up. I put it on Twitter like a while back.
All right,
I
if you have it, I'll
like
pull
in
it up.
hindsight, I probably could have asked him like, "Hey, do you mind if I get a photo with you when you're finished up?" That's probably what I should have did, but I just
No,
I guess it was just
RJ,
a
do you need help wiping your ass?
Yeah, like you're like you said, like it's the privacy thing too, and like
Yeah.
if you're in that position, it would probably be a little awkward if like some
think so.
extra was
Because
like,
I probably would have been like, "Hey, can I just finish up here and then when I get out, like I'll sign, whatever."
yeah,
But I don't know. I didn't want to ask him. I just felt weird. But it was cool to meet him. I shook his hand before he took a crap.
yeah. You got
that was
that. You
cool.
got that experience.
Yeah.
And you were like, guys, I'm not washing my hand like the entire day.
What if he was like, hey,
It's like- Flav shook his hand.
Yeah.
he's like, you still in here, man? You're like, yeah. You think you could throw me a toilet paper roll?
I finished up just to go back in. Just
Like,
like, let me see
I'll
if
go
I-
get your guy.
Yeah.
He can hand it to you.
But yeah, man. Y'all have any more questions or no?
That's it for me.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, shit, dude. Kalix, bro, we appreciate you coming on, dude. We know he been talking to you about this for a while. I'm glad once I got there, we were able to like set the shit up pretty quickly, man.
On a Sunday night.
Yeah, on a Sunday night, bro.
yeah.
I mean, I'm having a good time. I'm
Yeah.
ready for the next one already.
Yeah,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
we can bring
No,
you
yeah,
on,
I
but
think-
next time we bring you on, I mean, we could drop all this and just have you chop it up with us, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get Flavor Flav to get on with me next time.
Yeah, no
See if I can get in contact with him.
I'm like, hey, but that show didn't really work out though. But this podcast is popping over here.
Right?
But yeah, bro, I appreciate your time, man. I know you kind of stay far away, bro. So like, able to come on such short notice or whatever, like, I really do appreciate your time, bro.
Yeah. Anytime
Oh,
you want
yeah.
to come back on, just hit us up, man, and get
Yeah,
you
man,
back on.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to do it again sometime.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
If you got anything you want to say to the subscribers, man, go ahead and
Any words of
let
motivation?
them know words of motivation.
Keep trying, stay persistent, do your thing. Don't give up.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey guys, you got that family member you ain't talked to in a while? Go ahead and hit them up. Life's probably beating the shit out of them. Let them know. Love you, bro. Miss you. Keep your head up.
Yeah, and if you got any dreams and goals, don't give up and work for yourself.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Y'all take care. Oh wait, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Like,
Subshare.
subscribe, share, and comment, please.
We'll see you on the next video.
Y'all take care.